It's a faux Tina, so there's no way to make it totally convincing. Okay, got Kaden working on the dash on this. We pulled everything out of it, and then cleaned it really thoroughly with some brake clean and then some regular wax and grease remover. And now we're applying this shark hide on here. This product seals the pores on the metal and kind of puts a clear finish on it and protects it and keeps it from rusting. There it is, that's the stuff right there. Had good luck with it in the past, so we're going to try it on here so we can preserve all the welds and the little bit of flash rust it has, and then all the heat zones. It just matches the style of the truck, so we just want to preserve it as long as we can, the best we can. Kind of wipes on wet, and then as it dries it kind of leaves just a light, just a little bit more reflective sheen than the bare metal does. So, but I'll bet you once it gets a layer of dust on it, it'll look just like bare metal. And it should last quite a while too. So things I've used this stuff on in the past, it's went years without having to reapply another coat. So they're not a sponsor, but the product seems to work. I like the way the dash turned out so well. I figured I'd have Kaden keep going, and we'll do everything under the hood and in the wheel openings as well. Kind of keep a lot of this stuff from rusting as well. So got everything unbolted off of it, and he's just now cleaning with the brake clean, and that'll take care of all the oils and stuff. Then we have another wax and grease remover that will take care of all the lighter stuff, and we'll hit that with a microfiber so it doesn't leave a ton of lint. Blow it off and wipe the shark hide on.
I'm just putting some waxing, well, I'm just wiping everything off with some wax and grease remover so we can put that shark hide on stuff. We use the wax and grease remover as well as the brake clean just to get all the oil and everything off of the metal, so it'll actually have a good place to contact and the metal can absorb the clear. So it's kind of a timely ordeal to get into all the little nooks and crannies, and there's a fair amount of surface area on the fenders and everything too. So.
Kaden's back here, still continuing on with the shark hide application, trying to protect all this bare metal.
And I'm starting from the front and working my way back.
So he's already got the, of course he did the dash and the interior the other day, but now he's got to do these Nerf bars. He just barely completed the front bumper.
That's why we're missing a couple lights right here.
Yeah, and then we've done the engine compartment. We're just trying to keep as much of this patina because it seems to match the theme of the build, but we just want to protect it and help it last. Done the underside, done the links, the tie rod ends. I only bought the one can of it, so I don't think I have quite enough to do the whole truck, but we can get a lot of it taken care of right now, and I'll get another can coming to finish up what's left.
Be a body man before you know it.
Yeah, put something up for a living.
I'm gonna make him a body man. I'm gonna crown him a body man. Knife him with a sword. Of Bondo sticks.
That looks like it's about done.
Yeah, well, you can see all these little other scratches in it from the grinder. Just trying to get those out with the 80.
Since we got most of the wiring wrapped up on Paul's wrecker, I figured I had just a little bit extra time. I'd like to be able to make the front clip of that thing match the rest of the truck. So I had Kaden clean up the fenders, kind of clean up the welds some and straighten out the worst of the ugliness out of them. Looks a lot better. We're not going to pull any of these other dents out because the plan is to match the patina of the rest of the truck. I've got a color that matches pretty close and some matte clear, so it'll kind of match everything else. So we'll do the fenders. I'll pull these hood latches off of the hood here. I'll just DA this with 320, seal it and paint it. I do need to clean up the jams on these fenders. They're still just a little bit too ugly. I'd like to have it, at least like to have the paint stick to them. But all the rest of the little dents and everything else we're gonna leave. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. See if I can get this all painted up, make it all match. Oh, I need to go get the cowl, see if I can make it match as well. It's kind of a dark brown, so we'll just take and Scotch Brite it, make it to where the paint sticks, and call her good. Okay, got these panels all sanded and masked. We're ready to spray some etching primer on them. The fenders are ready to go as well. Probably wondering what the yellow masking tape's for. And so what I'm going to do with these is make them look like Paul took a couple of old panels, belt welded them, and then just took his belt sander down the welds. It's going to match the style of the truck. Same thing on this side. If you remember, his half doors are basically just a factory door that's cut down, and they'll be done in the same style. So those doors are already the same color as the cab and the same color as these fenders are going to be. So he's just going to dress the welds around those. So this just kind of fits the theme of the build. It is a rat rod after all. I'll get some edgy primer on here. Get the sealer going, and I'll let the sealer dry for an hour or so, and then I'll put some base on it. After the base is on it, then I'll take the belt sander to the spots that I've masked off, and then clear the whole thing. So. Okay, got the base all put on there. It's now after 4 in the morning, so it's taken a while to get everything to dry. Trying to let everything flash as long as I can. I can only get it to about 70 in the shop, and so I got 70 degrees and fans blowing on everything, so. Peeled the masking tape on the fenders. As soon as that base dries some, then I'll take the belt sander to it and give it the effect that I'm shooting for, but I didn't want any paint down in these weld spots to have to try and get out. Way easier to do it this way, and then I can just use the belt sander to do the effect. And then you probably wondered why I put black on it, just so when I simulate these scratches, you can see black and gray in it, just to make it look a little bit more convincing. It's a faux Tina, so there's no way to make it totally convincing. About another 20 minutes or so and I'll be able to get the belt sander on it, and then I'll be ready to spray some clear. Got this all sanded with the belt sander. Wasn't real precise with it, obviously. That's not the look I was going for. So now I'm gonna tack it off. I've got this old tack cloth that's not very sticky anymore. It's just sticky enough to pull the stuff off that I ground, but not so sticky to try and stick to the new base. So tack the hood off. It'll be time to spray some clear. Well, it's definitely late or early or however you want to call it. It's about 5:30 in the morning, but it's all done. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. This clear should dye back to somewhere between a semi-gloss and a matte, so it'll match the factory paint on the truck a little better. Okay, we got it all put together, delivered it down to Paul. Turned out pretty good. That takes care of it for today. Till next time, remember to be as good as your word. Thanks for watching.